Austria, sitting right in the middle of Europe, is a country that will amaze you with its many different natural sights, cultural traditions, and historical moments. It's surrounded by countries like Germany, Switzerland, Italy, Slovakia, and Hungary. This great location makes it a meeting point for different traditions and people from the old world. Even though it's not a huge country, this mountainous land packs in a lot of stunning scenery, important events, and unique customs that make it one of the most interesting and charming places in Europe. Before we start, remember to hit like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our posts. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me keep making new content for you. Among the country's main natural beauties are the Austrian Alps, which cover a big part of its land. This mountain range, one of the most famous in the world, directly affects the land, the weather, and even the daily habits of the local people. Snow-covered peaks, quiet villages nestled in green valleys, clear lakes, and amazing trails create a fairy tale landscape. It was in this setting that, in the early 1990s, one of Europe's most important archaeological finds happened: the mummified body of a man who lived long ago. Named Ötzi the Iceman, this naturally preserved mummy found between the mountains of Austria and Italy gave us valuable information about how ancient people lived, what they wore, and the tools they used. Estimated to be thousands of years old, Ötzi represents one of the oldest human connections to the alpine region. When it comes to its history, Austria also has the oldest working restaurant in Europe, started way back in the Middle Ages. Located in the city of Salzburg, the St. Peter Stiftskeller is still open today and keeps a culinary tradition alive that's many centuries old. It's said that historical figures like Mozart and Freud used to eat there, which really adds to its special meaning and culture. Salzburg, by the way, is where Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was born, one of the greatest musical talents ever. From a young age, Mozart showed an amazing gift for writing and playing music, charming European royalty, and leaving behind a timeless legacy that still moves people today. Austria's musical influence extends to other famous figures like Franz Schubert, Johann Strauss, Gustav Mahler, and even Ludwig van Beethoven, who, though born in Germany, spent most of his career in Vienna. This big city, the capital of Austria, became a hub of culture and ideas during the Austro-Hungarian Empire, drawing in big names in arts and science. Among them was Sigmund Freud, who started psychoanalysis. Born in what is now the Czech Republic, Freud spent most of his life in the Austrian capital, where he came up with new ideas about how the mind works, the unconscious, and how we cope with things. Along with thinkers like Alfred Adler and Viktor Frankl, he helped make Austria a cornerstone of modern psychology. Even in totally different areas, like drinks, Austria has become known worldwide. It was during a trip to Asia that an Austrian businessman found a local energy drink with a funny name. Surprised by how much energy it gave him, he brought the recipe to Europe and created a brand that would become one of the biggest business successes of modern times. Today, this product, widely used in many countries, is another example of Austria's ability to innovate and spread its ideas around the world. Among the famous people from Austria, you just have to mention Arnold Schwarzenegger. Born in a small village in the Alps, he became world famous as a bodybuilder, movie star, and politician. His charm and never-give-up attitude helped him win international titles, star in memorable movies like the famous Terminator robot, and later hold a big job in the government of one of the most important states in the United States. His many different careers show the bold and flexible spirit of Austrians. Even though it doesn't have a coastline, Austria has a deep connection with water. Clear rivers, calm lakes, and impressive waterfalls make up its landscape. A great example is the Kölnbrine Dam, considered the biggest in the country, which is super important for making energy. Thanks to all the water resources from the mountains, the country is known for its dedication to renewable energy sources, especially hydropower. Environmental awareness is also big in government policies that encourage using solar, wind, and biomass energy, making Austria a leader in sustainability. The Alps are still a must-see for nature lovers. Grossglockner Peak, the country's highest, reaches an amazing height and can be seen from a spectacular scenic road. This drive offers amazing views of the mountain range and takes visitors to spots where they can see the entrance to the Eisriesenwelt, the biggest ice cave on Earth. Tens of kilometers long, This natural formation is captivating with its grandeur and the frozen sculptures shaped over thousands of years. When it was discovered in the late 19th century, it was surrounded by myths, even being called the entrance to the underworld because of the intense cold and its mysterious appearance inside. Even with all this richness, Austria still has some pretty quirky customs. In some rural communities, during traditional festivals, there's a unique way of flirting. Young women choose their suitors by offering them a piece of apple that has been under their armpit during a dance. If the guy accepts and bites the fruit, he's symbolically accepting an invitation to a relationship, which often led to marriage. This custom, as strange as it might seem today, shows how traditions can stick around through time. Another famous place is the village of Hallstatt, located on the edge of a calm lake surrounded by mountains. With its charming buildings and beautiful scenery, it has become one of the most photographed places on social media around the world. Its beauty was so great that it inspired the setting for a famous Disney animated movie tied to the fantasy kingdom of Arendelle. Because of the large number of tourists, steps have been taken to keep the village peaceful and harmonious, controlling the flow of visitors and protecting its original charm. Besides its impressive nature and rich culture, Austria stands out for its amazing quirks. In Austria, you'll find the highest waterfall in Europe, located in a national park and spread over several levels, offering a truly beautiful sight. The country also has an underground lake that, when it gets water from melting snow in the Alps, covers paths and benches, creating a surprising scene that changes with the seasons. Austrian tradition also really values everyday pleasures. Coffee, for example, is super important in the country's social life. Its people are among the biggest coffee drinkers, and the old-fashioned Viennese coffee houses are considered a World Cultural Heritage Site by UNESCO. These places are more than just for drinking coffee. They're places to meet up, think, and have smart discussions. Another national pride is their pastries, with famous sweets like the classic chocolate cake, plus their amazing chocolate makers. For those who love chocolate, the museum dedicated to it in Vienna offers a deep dive into the history and making of this treat that's loved all over the world. In the streets of the Austrian capital, you'll also find a unique building, the narrowest one in the country, right in the historic center of Vienna. With its super thin width, this building catches the eye of tourists and photographers, being another special feature that adds to the local city view. So, Austria shows itself as a country with many sides, where the old and the new live together in perfect harmony. Its natural landscapes, deep-rooted traditions, scientific contributions, and unique social features make it a destination that captivates not only with its visual beauty, but also with its substance. Whether it's for its always snowy mountains, its charming villages, its ancient stories, or its old customs, this country is a true European mosaic that keeps attracting and surprising those who visit it. If you liked today's video, please support us by hitting like and subscribing to the channel. Your support is what keeps us going. Don't forget to check out the video now on screen. I'm sure you'll find it fascinating. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.